All right, I hope you tried your best because these problems are ones you might be seeing on the FSA. For number 1, you are going to have to actually figure out what each of these answers would be in order to answer this question. Notice I'm showing my work for each one. I noticed the second one does not equal 420. I went down to the third one. It would not be 420. It'd be 400 times 8. The fourth one here is 800. When I worked out the first one in my array, my model box method, 30 times 10, 300, 5 times 10, 50, 30 times 2, 60, and 5 times 2 is 10. If you add up all those products, you will get 420. So I've already selected the first one. The only one left to do is this last one. What you can do is you can take 14 times 3, like forget the 0 for a second. 14 times 3 is 42. If you don't know that, add 14 plus 14 plus 14. That's 12, and that's a 4. Okay. Now, what am I going to do with this 0? I'm going to put it back on the end here for 420. Okay, it's like we've moved over a place value. So you should have 2 answer choices here. On number 2, this one, the first thing you should be doing is drawing the kitchen floor and filling in what you know. I know there's 88 square feet, and that is the area. What I also know is the length is 8. What I need to find out is the width. I'm going to call it W. It's going to be the same on both sides. You're just going to plug it into this equation. Area, 88, equals length, 8, times W. You should be able to look at this and say, oh, I know 8 times 11 equals 88. So my answer is 11. Okay, so the width would be 11 feet. I'm going to circle my answer. All right, we're going to move on to number 3. Actually, let's do this. For a bonus, if you can tell me the perimeter for number 2, then you can get 3 tickets. So come up and tell me, Miss Jesco, the perimeter is, okay? All right, so you can do that at the end. Miss Price bought 4 bags of popcorn for the Engineering Academy. The group wasn't very hungry, and at the end of the day, 2/4 of each bag was left over. Look at my drawing. I have the 4 bags. I've shaded in the 2/4. Okay, and that means these 2/4 was left over. So here the unshaded part is the leftover. So really what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2/4 plus 2/4 plus 2/4 and plus 2/4. Okay, you can look at this and notice if I put these 2 together, I'm going to make a hole. Well, I put these 2 together, I make another hole. So this really will equal 2. I can add it this way, 2, 4, 6, 8. I can also do it this way to show you. So we have 8/4. Okay, how many times does 4 go into 8? 2. And again, in my visual, look, these 2 put together is a whole. These 2 put together is another whole bag. So really there's 2 whole bags left over. That's going to go in the box. This is why it's important, guys, that you're showing all your work on your homework. On Monday, a grocery store received a shipment of 700 peaches. Does this one sound familiar to anybody? You're supposed to be, there's a couple ways you can do this. This is just maybe easier for some of you. If you add the peaches that they received first, you're going to get 1,550, okay? Then I can add what they sold. So they sold this much Tuesday, Monday and this much Wednesday. I'm going to add what they sold, and I get 1,019. So if I take the 1,550 they got minus the 1,019 they sold, I'm going to get my answer. Okay, so I have to, 0 minus 9 I can't do, regroup. Take 1 away. So 4 minus 1 is 3, 5 minus nothing, and 1 minus 1. So the answer is that they have 531 peaches left to sell.